And it's your testimony that in response to questions being posed at him, he said nothing.
I mentioned that.
So why would you characterize it as he didn't respond?
I said he did not. I already said what he responded to. When Jade said that he was scaring her, he responded that she was scaring him. When she asked to empty her pockets, let me see her hands, he said he didn't have anything. I already mentioned that.
And then you said, you also said that he would never FaceTime me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he was busy tending to Miss Benning and or trying to get to 911, the emergency people, would you be more concerned with him caring for her or FaceTiming you?
I asked for him to FaceTime me before he told me he was calling 911.
But you also said that he told you he could hear the sirens, right?
Correct.
So how could he get ready to call 911 if the sirens are already there?
I don't know.
But that's your testimony.
What's my testimony?
That he said, I'm about to call 911.
Yes.
And that was on the second call.
Yes.
You said the last few words that he made is key with you.
That's what I heard, yes.
She made, I'm sorry. And if that was the last few words that she made, how did you know to call Key?
I decided to call Key.
So now you're saying she never told you to call Key?
I said she never told me to call Key.
Did you ever tell anyone that she did tell you to call Keontae?
I don't recall saying that.
Okay. You stated on direct examination, he wasn't giving me anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you mean by that?
As I was asking him what was going on, what happened, he never had anything to tell me.
Now, didn't you say that he told you that they danced?
That was at the hospital. What he told me.
So then he did tell you something.
When I made that statement, I was saying in terms of when I was asking him what was going on, he didn't give me anything.
Wasn't he in the middle of a medical emergency?
Yes.
Okay. When you left the apartment with Miss Franklin and the two other girls, with the evidence that you removed and relocated in the scene, did you immediately then go to the police officers that you met with and inform them of what you guys had done?
I don't remember.
You don't remember if you went to the police after
I don't
that?
remember if I went to the police when I don't remember when I spoke with them.
Okay. And who told you, or how did you come to the decision that you were going to participate in going back to the scene?
I did.
And why was that?
Because nothing was being done about what was going on.
So even though you talked to those three officers as they were getting your statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't talk to one officer. You didn't talk to two officers. You talked to three, right?
Correct.
But to you, nothing was being done.
After I talked to them, no.
And so you were going to take it upon yourself to play
Objection, Your
police.
Honor, this has been passed.
Okay, I'll sustain the objection.
Is there any other person, Ms. Jackson, besides you, who heard any of these alleged allegations
No.
that Ms.
Sorry.
that Ms. Benning made?
No.
Is there any other person besides you and the other 3 women that went into that house that manipulated evidence from the scene?
Can you say that question again? I'm sorry.
Are
Does
there-
she know of anyone else that went into the apartment?
Yes.
Do you know of anybody else that went in?
No.
Well, I thought you knew Miss Weber went into the scene.
Oh, yes, she did. I'm sorry. I'm
And
sorry.
what did she remove out of the scene?
Objection, Your Honor. She has a lack of personal knowledge.
All right, I'll
Can
sustain
she
the-
respond to that instead of the prosecutor?
I
Did Ms.
objected to the
Weber say
question.
anything about what she did?
No.
Okay, she doesn't know.
If I could just have a minute. Now, you talked about that Ms. Benning did not post about her pregnancy on direct examination. Do you remember that?
Correct.
And you stated that that was something that she wanted to do, right?
I'm sure she would have liked to.
Okay. But she didn't, right?
She did not.
What are you insinuating when you say that she did not post?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What are you
Why is
insinuating?
somebody saying anybody about insinuating?
Because the question was asked on direct examination that Ms. Benning was, although she was very happy about her pregnancy, she would never post on the internet. And the insinuation was made that it was a
Nobody's insinuating, she's just answering the questions that she's asked.
Well,
So
if it's-
rephrase your question about insinuating anything.
Why do you feel that Ms. Jackson did not post about her pregnancy?
I feel.
I'm sorry, why Ms. Benning didn't post about her pregnancy?
I just feel like she was trying to deal with whatever was going on between her and Blaise, and he made it very clear that he didn't want anyone to know about him being the father.
Now, wasn't Ms. Benning dating other men?
She was talking to other people
Okay. Isn't Jarius Porter one of those men?
at a point in time.
And wasn't it a time where she did not want him to know that she was pregnant until she was ready to tell him?
I'm sorry?
Wasn't there a time where she did not want Mr. Porter to know that she was pregnant until she was ready to tell him?
I just think she wasn't ready to tell him.
If she would have posted she was pregnant, he would have known, wouldn't he?
She might have wanted to tell him on her own.
Correct. So it wasn't that Mr. Taylor didn't want her to post. She had her own reasons. Isn't that right?
No.
I want to bring your attention to a text that you wrote to Ms. Benning on February 5th of 2023.
Objection, Your Honor, to hearsay. It is an out-of-court statement.
Well, I'll ask you this. Did you ever ask Ms. Benning, when are you going to post?
I did ask her.
Okay. And isn't it true that in her response, it said nothing about Mr. Taylor?
I'm not sure. Can I see that?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
So I'll ask you again. When you asked her, when is she going to post, her response had nothing to do with Mr. Taylor, did it?
Not this one.
Well, I'm talking about this one.
No.
Okay. Are you saying there's another one where she does say that?
We've had conversations.
Was that in person?
Person, on the phone, we definitely talked about it.
Okay. But in this text message, when you directly ask her the question, she never talks about Mr. Taylor, does she?
Not in this text message.
Okay. Do you remember a time on November the 9th, after Ms. Taylor found out that she was pregnant, that she talked about eating gummies with her aunt? Do you remember that?
I remember the conversation.
And isn't it true that her aunt offered her some gummies after that day?
Her aunt did not know she was pregnant.
And Ms. Benning's response was, I told her I needed to eat first. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Not, no, I'm not taking them. That was not her response, was it?
She wasn't. No, it was not her response.
So your statement then that she did not do anything after that wouldn't necessarily be true.
How does she know whether she did that or not?
Yes.
In this text message, did she ever say to her aunt, I'm not taking those?
Not in that text message. She did not say that.
Speaking directly about Mr. Taylor and Miss Benning, did she ever tell you that in any way that he was violent towards her?
No.
Did she ever tell you in any way that he threatened her?
No.
So outside of this incident, in regards to what you heard but no one else heard, there is no other situation throughout the course of Mr. Taylor and Miss Benning's relationship that there has ever been any form of violence or threat against her. Isn't that true?
No.
I pass the witness.
All right, does the state have redirect?
I do. Your
How
Honor.
long do you think that would be?
It will be at least 30 minutes. It could be.
Or do you need to take a short break?
Yeah, I just want to go to the restroom. Well, it,
Go with that gentleman right there.
I am going to ask that the witness be handed a copy of her transcript interview with Detective Smith from that night. Ms. Jackson, if you could please turn to page 2 of the transcript, if you could go to line 27 through 30. And can you read out what you said about Chianti and anything that Ms. Jade Benning said about Chianti to Detective Smith?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to her reading for something that has not been offered into evidence. The prosecutor can pose the question, but to read from something not into evidence is inappropriate.
I'm happy to ask it in question format, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Ms. Jackson, is it true that you said, it sounded like that, it sounded like I can't even explain it. Like it was like, get here ASAP. And she was trying to say the guy's name is Chianti. And she was like, is Chianti. But she was trying to say his name, but she couldn't. But I could tell that's what she was trying to say.
I'm going to object to counsel testifying and reading the witness.
Okay, I'll overrule the objection.
Is that what you said to Detective Smith about what Miss Benning said about Chianti?
Yes.
And you never told Detective Smith that Miss Benning asked you to call Chianti. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
And you called Chianti on your own. And why did you do that?
Like I said, I feel like she was scared. I heard Key, and I was just with her, and I wanted him to hear the way that she sounds. So that's why I made the decision to call Chianti.
And if you could turn to page 4 of that same transcript, and if you could look at lines 42 through 47. When you were asked about Miss Benning and Mr. Taylor's relationship after January of 2023, you responded to Mr. Smith, she doesn't send him any pictures, ultrasounds. Like, I just went to her house 2 days ago and the ultrasounds were on the countertop. I get there today and they're gone. So she tried. It's not like she tried to hide it from him, but
Hang on a second. What is your question?
I'm asking her if this is what she said in response to what their relationship was like. Miss Collins,
Ask her.
what did you say in response to Detective Smith when he was asking you about their current relationship after January 2023 in that February time frame?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to
I'll
her
overrule
witness.
the objection. Have a seat. She has a right to bring up consistent information that you for 2 hours asked her about.
But she's not allowed to read from something that's not in evidence. She is on
She's
direct
asking this.
examination.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
May I have a ruling, Your Honor?
The ruling is have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, what is your question?
My question is, can you please answer what you told the detective about their current relationship?
I told them that I would ask her if she would send Blaise pictures of her ultrasounds and things like that, and she said no ultimately because she doesn't want to get him all riled up, and she knows that she's not going to get the reaction that she wants from him, acknowledging that, that if they were beautiful or any way that would give compliments to her or her pregnancy.
So she described to you if she talked to him about her pregnancy, he had negative feedback.
Yes.
And were you aware, did he go to any pregnancy appointment with her?
No.
Were you aware of whether or not Miss Benning asked him to go to the appointments with her?
Yes.
And did she send you his responses?
Yes.
And what were his responses?
Pretty much he was too busy.
Did you have any indication that Mr. Taylor was interested in actively being involved in Miss Benning's pregnancy? in February of 2023?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Did you have any information that Mr. Taylor did anything to be actively involved in her pregnancy?
No.
And you were asked questions about if there were any discussions about abortion.
Mhm.
Could you please describe what your discussions were with Ms. Benning about abortion?
We briefly talked about it in terms of just like I said, girl talk, having conversation, but she never actually said that she wanted to have an abortion.
Did she ever say that she wanted to have an abortion?
No.
Did she actually say the opposite of that?
Yes.
And when abortion came up, what was the context of that conversation?
She was saying she was not having an abortion.
Was there anyone that was party to that pregnancy that wanted her to?
Yes.
And who was that?
Blaise.
And did she express that to you?
Yes.
And what was Ms. Benning's response to him wanting her to have an abortion?
She was basically saying, I've made my decision of keeping my baby, and there's really nothing you can do to change my mind about it.
And is that what ended their communication in November of 2023?
Yes.
That text message that you assisted her with drafting, was that in response to him wanting her to get an abortion?
Yes.
And then he completely stopped talking to her.
Correct.
And that November 16th contact, are you aware that he asked her to unfollow him?
Yes.
And do you know why Ms. Benning was asked to unfollow Mr. Taylor on social media?
He said he did not want to see anything about the baby. He wanted to know parts. He didn't want to see anything that she posted or any mention of Jade being pregnant on social media.
And you were asked about Ms. Benning and not posting. Did you know why she was not posting to social media?
About the pregnancy?
Yes.
Yes.
And why was that?
I think that she did not want to upset Blaise, I guess. I'm not really sure. She just didn't want to cross that bridge with him simply because he made it very clear that he did not want that.
Did he in any way claim to be the father of that child prior to that statement he made in the hospital that you testified to?
No.
And you were asked a lot of questions about drug use and specifically some random text message about edibles. Are you certain of whether or not Ms. Benning did any marijuana or alcohol after she found out she was pregnant?
Yes.
And what is it that you absolutely know about that?
She was not.
I can have just one moment. Ms. Jackson, at the beginning of questioning, you were asked about Ms. Apple-Denny, and you said you knew of her, and then you said you met her before.
Mm-hmm.
Had you met her before any of this happened?
No.
Thank you.
Any recross?
Yes. I had asked you earlier.
What's your question?
My question is, you stated before that there was no call, and you didn't know what time your call was, the second call. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, that call was at 9:47.
That wasn't asked on redirect, so where are we going on that?
Well, when you talked about the drugs on redirect, do you remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember stating at the bond source hearing, you testified under oath that the only drug that you and Ms. Benning did was marijuana. Do you remember that?
Correct.
But that wasn't the truth, was it?
Yes, you said me and Miss Benning.
Well, didn't we talk about the fact that y'all were gonna do mushrooms together?
I never did.
Okay. You talked about on redirect in regards to Mr. Taylor's involvement with the baby. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Didn't you ever state at an occasion that you knew that he and Miss Benning talked about naming the baby Jim?
Yes.
Well, that would be involved with the baby, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah.
If he and Miss Benning together had came up with a name, that would be in direct contrast to him not wanting to have anything to do with the baby, isn't it?
No, not necessarily, no.
And in fact, that baby's name that they came up with was Jim, wasn't it? G-E-M.
She came up with that.
And he agreed to it. Because
Okay.
his name was Blaise and hers was Jade. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure about that.
So your best friend didn't tell you that?
I knew about the name Jim,
That they agreed to come up with together?
that she liked it and he agreed on it.
Thank you.
Anything else?
One question. Ms. Jackson, do you know what Jade Benning intended to name her baby girl?
Ivy?
Thank you.
I didn't hear, I didn't understand.
Ivy Blair?
Ivy?
Yes, ma'am. Me, sir.
That's one question. If she intended to name the baby Ivy Blair, then what were you just talking about when you said that he agreed to Jim? You just said she came up with the name of Jim, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's different than Ivy Blair, isn't it?
Yes, there was consideration after they agreed on that name. That wasn't like final. That's just something that they discussed.
I just wanted to make sure that what you were saying is that Mr. Taylor was involved in the name of G-E-M, right?
He agreed on the name.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you. You can leave that there.
Yeah, you can have a seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you very much for your patience and work here today. We're going to recess for the day. Tomorrow, your report like you did this morning downstairs in the jury assembly room at 9:30. We'll let the traffic die down. You've been up here later tonight, so give you that extra period of time. Leave your notes up here. Remember about not discussing the case, looking anything up, or any of the other admonitions that I've given you. You can step down the hallway with the give the jury a few moments to get off the floor. We'll be in recess till 9:30 a.m.